Arizona's foster family crisis. Too many kids, not enough families willing to take them in. It is so bad. Some nights, kids are sleeping in office buildings. KGUN-9 on your side has been challenging officials for solutions. CPS is calling for more foster parents, but training and screening will take months. Not on your side is still on this story with continuing coverage. Our Craig Smith is in the newsroom now. Craig, I know you talked with a veteran foster parent today. What does he have to say about all this?
Well, first we want to tell you that we think it's appropriate to ask the director of CPS's parent agency about new developments, like how we learned a number of state lawmakers are willing to push for a special session to channel emergency assistance to the agency. This email came back. Director Carter is confident that the information we have previously provided is comprehensive and sufficient, and we were urged to have a nice weekend. CPS says it is rare to resort to housing kids in office space, but people we talk to are still concerned. These are CPS kids and young adults just out of CPS care but still getting help from the state. The state gives these growing kids just $150 for clothes each year. That's why Tierra Antigua Realty pulled together these clothes donations to help them get ready for school. But event organizer Kim Clifton says they helped some other kids recently, kids staying overnight in a CPS office because there was no emergency foster care space.
I think that's kind of a rare thing from what I've heard, but when we did hear about there were supposedly about 13 kids, we provided sheets and pillows for them. You know, we're always here to fill an immediate need as well.
CPS says these office sleepovers are rare, but why should they happen at all? The agency says there is such a shortage of foster care. When it's too dangerous to leave a child in his or her home, it can be better to have them bunk in a CPS office with workers to watch them. Edward Motzkin has raised dozens of foster kids over 35 years.
Has there ever been a time where CPS seemed like it ran smoothly, reliably served the interests of families and kids?
You know, in all honesty, there's too much politics for that to happen. I mean, there's politics between the administration of CPS and the legislature and the budgets and what have you. And in a perfect world, it could work nicely, but unfortunately, we're not in a perfect world.
Motzkin suspects CPS could find more foster home space with a more thorough survey of the many private foster care agencies CPS contracts with. And Mr. Motzkin certainly hopes more people will come forward to be foster parents, but he says budget problems are part of the problem. State payments to foster parents were never supposed to be any more than to cover a child's expenses. But now foster parents can fall below break even. Now, the more we look at this, the more questions we have, and the more reason to continue to press CPS for answers.
And Craig, more foster parents don't actually help the short-term office sleepovers.
No, and that's because it takes between 4 and 6 months to screen and train foster parents before they're okay to go into the system. You risk other trouble if you are not careful about that.
All right, Craig, I know we'll stay on this story. Thank you so much.